Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Let's play today's Puzzmo Crossword. It is February 28th, 2025, Friday, and today's crossword is called You Ought to Know. And there is an emoji of sort of like a David Bowie character, like with the rock star kind of looks. Okay. Today's crossword is by Chandi. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Or maybe Shandy. I'm not too sure. Sorry, because it looks sort of like an Indian name, perhaps, but I could be totally wrong. I don't know. Is it Chandy or Shandy? I do apologize if my name is incorrect. I think I'll try to ask in the Discord, the Puzzle Discord, and see if anyone knows, so that I'm pronouncing this person's name correctly, because I have seen the puzzles a few times. And today's crossword is edited by Olivia Mitra. All right. As usual, I'm going to solve the crossword first, and then discuss the clues and the theme, if any. So the crossword is called "You Ought to Know." Ought in this sense. Wonder what that's all about. But I guess we'll see in a bit. A lot of short ones. Okay, interesting. Yeah, let's get started. Alright, I solved that crossword in 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Pretty damn slow, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it's not a huge grid, but I was doing this very slowly. I was unsure of so many things. I had to read them very slowly, and I mean, I don't know. I was really slow today. That's all I'll say. Anyway, let's take a look at the crossword. It's called "You Ought to Know" by Shandy, edited by Olivia Mitra, hinted by Matthew Stocks. So the instructor says this puzzle didn't start with any main entries, but rather with a desire to fill this grid, which I like the cascading shape of. Appreciate Brooke popping in with Teapot, which helped fill the grid nicely, and also was a happy thing I learned about in this process. What wonderful things to exist. I agree. Teapot sounds so cute. I mean, I thought it was teapot, but Teapot is apparently a thing. That sounds adorable. I'll have to Google this in a sec. Okay, a note from the Puzzmo Crossword editor, Brooke. Brooke says this is really an incredible themeless. What a tough grid shape to fill, and I love how many misdirects Shandy pulled it up in the clues. I agree. There are a lot of things that I thought were one thing, but turned out to be another. So very interesting stuff. Also, this is a themeless puzzle. Okay, all right. So, okay, plonks, as you can see, dismal. 3 plonks. Okay. Because I didn't know most of it. I had to refer to other things to get me there. And also, I made some typos as well, so that also affected my plunkage. 1 across, wanes, ebbs. All right, 1 down. Someone feeling all the feels. Okay, right. So I was thinking someone like an emoter, like emotional. So yeah, empath, right? It's true. Someone who is an empath, right? 2 down. Would you do me this? Would you do me this favor to be a deer? Yep, I knew that. 3 down. Accessories tragically supported by some early aughts pop stars. Oh, I guess that's where that you ought to know in the title comes from. The early aughts is like the 2000s, and those people used to wear like bandanas a lot back then. Okay. 4 down. Take some time to think about this. You have to sleep on it. It's just like sort of like maybe spend time to think about it. Condescends to is deigns to. I've heard of this word, but honestly, I will be honest, I don't really use this a lot. So not something that immediately comes to mind when I see this word, but I will try to keep this in mind for next time. 12 down. If you like it, then you should have blanked a ring on it. Beyonce. It's a very popular song from Beyonce, Single Ladies. And that line goes, yeah, if you like it, then you should put a ring on it. Yeah. So it basically means that if you, I guess it's trying to say if you like that person, should have married her, should have. 9 down, a sucker is a set, like I think it's like a fool. 5 down, textures transition. So I like this the way this clues script as well. Yep, by the way, sort of like another way to segue into something else. 6 down, I see I got fooled here. Dance and etymologist conjecture may come from the French for quack quack. I just figured that it's 3 letters, 3 letters, so maybe it was cha cha, even though I wasn't sure if that was quack quack, but can is apparently the answer. So again, learning something new here, and nice misdirect if that was intentional. I think it must be intentional. 7 down, effective professional. So doing some kind of effects here. So CGI artists, they work with special effects, SFX. So they're an effective professional. 10 down, like a dancer in tip-top shape. So because when you dance like ballet dancers, they're on point. They're basically on like tiptoe, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why it's tip-top. They're tippy toes. You're in good shape. 13 down. Food thickener that is perhaps surprisingly not vegetarian. Yep, gelatin is used as a food thickener, and it's not. It's made from like, I think animal fats or some such. I don't remember. 17 down. Let me state for the blank. Let me state for the record. Okay. All right, what else do we have here? 23 down, durable furniture material, right? That's oak. I got a little bit lost there when I saw it ends in a K. I was like, what? 3-letter word materials ends in a K. I just couldn't think of oak until I got Rangoon and the O here. But yeah. 21 down, silky Hawaiian staple, a poi. I feel like I've seen this before, but let's just check again. Poi. Hawaii. Okay, poi is a traditional staple food, right? Yes, I have seen this in I think it was Puzzmo as well that talked about poi. It's a staple food in the Polynesian diet made from taro, which is like the sort of like the yams, the purple yam. They mash it and they cook, and then they make it sort of like really sticky. It almost looks a little bit like mochi in my eyes, anyway. I mean, it might not even be like that, but just looking at it, kind of looks sort of like mochi, like a creamy or like a creamy pasty dessert kind of. It actually looks really good. Like I love a good taro, so I would love to try this. And then 19 down, body blank, close fitting dress top, bodycon. Right. I have heard of this, but I just couldn't think of it in my mind at the moment. But yeah, I wonder why is it called bodycon? Let me just search it. What is con actually? Dress. Okay, we'll see if they. Uh, Oh, I see. So bodycon is actually short for body conscious because it fits very closely to the body, and it's very tight. I guess because you can like very conscious of your body and the shape. I think that's why it's like that. Okay, could be. Again, interesting etymology there that to know about. Okay, and we can go for the cross clues. 8 across, more than a major snack. Okay, right, it's a meal. 11 across, target of a frame job. Oh, right, okay, so you put something in the frame, like a window frame, so you put the pane in the window frame. Okay, I see here, now I get it. I was lost for a second as well. 14 across, something that made sense, something that added up. Okay, and then 18 across, the freaking teapot, little figure that may be bathed in lapsang sao I know lapsang sao is like a kind of tea, so teapot, what is a teapot? What are they for? Okay, I need to see. Okay, very interesting. I mean, it's got a Wikipedia page, by the way. Okay, so a tea pet or a tea lover's pet, also known phonetically as cha chong. Okay, my Mandarin is terrible. Is a small potter figurine kept by some tea drinkers as an ornament or a good luck charm. Ah, okay. So the tea pet is typically placed on the tea tray and has tea poured over it during tea time. Okay, due to the tea pet not being glazed, the figurine absorbs some of the tea, resulting in the tea pet changing color over time, as well as building up a tea scent. Oh, that sounds adorable. I have never heard of it, but honestly, I'm not mad about getting that wrong teapot and then figuring out it's teapot at the end. Like, very interesting fact. I mean, it's just adorable. How can you get mad at that? You can't. Twinning Cross, capital city where Bun Cha is glued on the street. I recognize the letters and the names seemed sort of Vietnamese-ish, so I guess I was right. It was in Hanoi. So Bun Cha, I think, is some kind of food. Okay, let's see here. Vietnamese food. It's a bun cha. Is a Vietnamese dish of grilled pork and noodles. Oh my god, I need a picture. All right, let me see this. Oh, they've got Vietnamese meatballs and noodles. Very interesting stuff. Looks cool, actually. I do love a good Asian noodle. Very nice. Okay, we got a lot of Asian things here because we got Teapet, Hanoi, and then Rangoon as well, if you see it. So they're kind of stacked up. 22 across crab, Rangoon, fried treat. I'm just going to Google this because I vaguely remember what they look like, but oh, they look so good. They're just basically wontons. They're just wontons with like I don't know. Do they actually have crab meat in them? I have no idea, but they look amazing. Oh yeah, okay. So you do have crab meat, cream cheese, green onions, garlic, Worcestershire sauce, and soy sauce together in a bowl. Ooh, oh my god, that sounds delicious. I am hungry right now. Oh god. Okay. 25 across peninsula with the coastline along the Red Sea Riviera. I didn't know that there was a peninsula called the Sinai Peninsula. I know of like I think Mount Sinai. I've heard of that, but I didn't know there was a peninsula also called that. So again, let me be new here. 27 across syllables sit in disapproval. People say disc when they're trying to disapproval, or sometimes it's tut tut. So again, very misdirected because these two definitely could be either one. You kind of have to wait for the crossing clues to give you an idea of what it is. Okay, what else do we have in terms of across clues? We've got 12 across, selling for fast cash is to pawn something, right? At like a pawn shop. 9 across, word before whisper, a fright. It's like stage whisper and stage fright. I think stage whisper is kind of like sort of like uh, a whisper in the story on stage when you're doing a play, but it's very loud so that the audience can obviously hear. So I think that's what it's a stage whisper. Could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. And then stage fright, of course, is like the fear of performing, presenting in the public in front of the public, which I do also have actually. 5 across, loop in secretly, so that's BCC. It's when you use an email and you don't want people to know who you're messaging in a sense, and then you put BCC, and then it won't show in Outlook. 16 across, tart bit top, a carpaccio. I mean, I've heard of a carpaccio, but I don't even know what it is. I think it's some kind of appetizer. Okay. Carpaccio is a dish of meat or fish, thinly sliced or pounded thin and served raw, typically as an appetizer. Oh, raw stuff. I'm gonna be honest, the rawness, the pinkish, reddish rawness, is not doing it for me. I'm gonna be so honest right now. It doesn't look good. And caper, I think caper is like, capers are like pickle stuff. Is that okay? Okay, it's what is it? Oh, so that we capers are unwrapped green buds or prickly bush. Uh oh yeah, they do get picked, dried, and preserved. So they are some kind of preserved pickled thing that you put on top of this. Okay, not my thing. Really not my thing. Okay. 19 across King of Pop. Okay, so I got very confused. Yeah, I thought maybe King of Pop as in like pop, maybe like a soda, cola, or something like that. But this is actually referring to someone with a certain king. So Carol King is a pop singer, female pop singer, I think. Back in Could be the 80s Carole King. Let's just check. I'm gonna be right. Like Carole King. Okay, let's see. When was she like most popular? I'll say that. Okay. Oh, so she was pretty successful songwriter between 1962 and 2005. So she wrote a lot of songs between those decades. Very interesting. Wow. All right. I'll have to read more about Carol in a bit. 21 Across White Blank Heaven, Lana Del Rey song referencing a now defunct American auto brand. I only guessed Pontiac because I got some of the other down clues to fill in the letters, so I wouldn't have known it was that. Lana Del Rey is, of course, a singer, and apparently Pontiac is a defunct brand. I've heard of Pontiac as a car brand. I didn't know they were defunct. No idea about that. Okay. 24 across, crushing on is to be into somebody, right? That's what they say. 26 across, one might be caused by a rebel rouser. So rebel rouser, I think, is somebody like a troublemaker, someone who's trying to stir up trouble, basically. So yeah, it causes a stir. 28 across, lean toward. Ah, okay. I thought lean toward is like physically, like you bend. That's what I thought. Because I saw en. So that made it meant bend, but it couldn't end in a b, right? The 7 down. So I was like, what is this? But here I can see now lean toward is not really the physical sense, but more of like you tend to do something. You tend to be toward something. Yeah, that's basically how I'm trying to say it. Yeah. Okay, I cannot English right now. Okay, because I am sleepy, to be honest. Really, I am. I just need to go to sleep right now. But I love to do these videos, and so I do it. And yeah, it's been a long day of work, and I'm looking forward to the weekend doing more crosswords and all kinds of puzzles while I'm resting on the weekend. But yeah, that was today's Puzzmo Crossword. A lot of fun misdirects. I agree with Brooke. It's not often that I do a crossword where I struggle and I really still somehow enjoy it. Which is the case for me. I still feel like I enjoyed it. I enjoy the clues more after I've done it. I think because I get more chance to digest what I was one of the clues that I was reading so quickly before. So I really enjoyed this, even though I didn't do well at all, not at all, but really enjoyed it. And that's not always the case for me. But again, thank you so much to the puzzle maker for doing this, and thank you for watching. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.